That's awesome. Good shit.
All right, well, good morning, everybody. Not exactly the start to the weigh-ins we were hoping for this morning, but looks like we'll get started here at the top of the hour. It does appear that our headliners will be up first, so if you're looking for your main event, that should be first up. Of course, not officially confirmed yet, but Brandon Royval announcing that he has been told his fight with Askar Askarov is off. Incredibly disappointing way to start the morning on what I think was, probably my most anticipated fight. Certainly looking forward to Cub Swanson and Jonathan Martinez just to see Cub at 35 because it should be an entertaining fight, stylistic matchup, that sort of thing. But in terms of, real impact, I think Askar Askarov and Brandon Royval was a huge one. So hugely disappointing. Obviously, we'll wait to find out what's going on. Scott McCrate in the house. Good morning, sir. Best fight on the card, in my opinion. Yep. Can't disagree with you, man. Best fight on the card. Anakin Florian podcast in the house. Let's go. Richard Noggin here. Big Ben in the house. John with an H. John with no H. John Castillo, what's going on? Yeah, crush, Scott. Always tough to wake up to that first thing in the morning and realize the fight that you were most anticipating is not going to be happening. So, and, kind of talking about this card, of course, everybody's been taking shots at the card or whatever. And you're a week ahead of UFC 280. Nothing's going to look good. But I did say I thought those those top three fights looked like a good top three for any card. And now not so much. Yeah, good point, Zach. And again, you don't know. It's those situations, too, right, where, like, a guy is really bad and – the commission's like, hell no, you can't keep cutting. And then the fighter goes, dude, I was good. I was going to keep cutting, but they told me I couldn't. Cold coffee, getting some mornings on some extraneous conversations over here. But, yeah, you never know. Obviously we haven't heard the full details yet. When we first get here and set up, there's not a lot of access to people. So we haven't had a chance to really check in with anybody yet. But, yeah, it's always that fighter has the ability to say, well, I was fine. It was those doctors that told me no. Yeah, what do you do now? The selfish person in me says just go down to a 4-fight main card because that just means we get done a little bit earlier on Saturday nights. So that's the selfish person in me. But let's see, if you got to go main event or if you got to move to main card, what's your pick for the move to main card? Amanda Martinez, Brandon Davis should be an absolute banger. A Sunsal Victor Henry, that's an option as well. Nick Maximov, he came into the media day, maybe reward him, put him on the main card. Him and Jacob Malkoun. Get those Stockton 209 fans. So what's your guys' pick? I guess we'll wait to see what they decide. Part of me says Tetsuo Taira, CJ Vergara, just because of the hype around Taira, but it seems like they're trying to slow play him a little bit. And him being early on the card, no, I don't think that wouldn't have anything to do with regional times, right? Because in Japan, I think Japan is 13 hours past Pacific, if I remember right. So the later you put him on the card would actually be the better because it'd be earlier in the morning. Or later in the morning. Spicy, what's going on? Yeah, MP, man, we're all just kind of hanging our heads right now. Terrible way to start the day off, man. That was I think for most people certainly one of the most anticipated fights of the card, if not the most anticipated fight of the card, and a meaningful one too. And now you got to wonder what that does because Brandon Royval had been saying, look, I get a big win here. I want to get on the Pantoja rematch on the same card as the flyweight title fight. Now Pantoja kind of scheduled to be backup, but could you book Royval and Pantoja now? mean, then you have a backup that's actually getting ready for a fight. Those backup situations where you're not actually getting ready for a fight, and I know everybody's excited about Volkanovski, but those backup situations where you're like, maybe they'll use me, maybe they don't, those always concern me, man. Because, I mean, as I'm sure any fighter would tell you, like the psychology of not actually having an opponent and not actually knowing if you're going to compete or not. I understand if it's for a world title, you probably go like it is. But how much resources can you dedicate to a camp where you're actually not sure if you're going to get paid or not afterwards, you know? It's tough. Zach said I wouldn't be against Max. Calls out the winner of Bow and Pickett, that'd be good. Cody Merrow in the house. Cold coffee is with me, 2 rows up. Oh, that's true. I do need to add that. Cody Merrow. See, that's good production work. Solid production work. This one-man show sometimes. I don't always know what I'm doing. I'm just winging it. John Castillo says, Hasbulla's on the main guard. Like, bro, Hasbulla, we got your debut ready for you. You said you're ready? We need you against Royval. How about that? Yeah, Heidi Dean made an appearance. Everybody's getting settled in. I believe we're about to get the official announcement from Brittany.
I got something to show you. Right? There was one after that, like to say one part, and I was just like, what? I was like, I gotta show this to Steve. Sure. Ready to do it? Yep. Okay. Hey, morning everybody. We're just going to make a quick announcement off the top. Due to weight management issues with Askar Askarov, the flyweight bout with Brandon Royval has been canceled from tomorrow's card. So we got 11 fights coming your way on ESPN Plus. Is the scale open, Jack? Be with you in 2 minutes.
And yep, there it is. Officially breaking our hearts. We all knew it was coming. Still no easier to deal with. Yeah, no bad juju, right? But I don't remember the show citizens. Yeah, that's the thing, man. Those backup spots, I mean, I guess for Volkanovski in that situation, you wouldn't say it's a no-lose situation, right? I mean, obviously you don't want to go up and, as a champion, take a loss, even if it's going for another belt. But, if it's some situation where, like, you're just some wild card that isn't lined up for a number 1 contender fight anyway, then I get it, right? Like, let's say you're number 8 in the rankings, and they're like, bro, we want you as the backup. Okay, let's do it. But, like, if you know you're number 1, you'd want a full camp.
All right, morning, everybody. We're going to start off the weigh-ins with one half of the main event. First to the scale this morning, Alexa Grasso. Official weight 125.5 for Alexa Grasso. And next to the scale, her opponent, Viviane Araujo. Official weight 126 pounds for Viviane Araujo. Next to the scale, Lucas Alexander.
$145.5.
Official weight 145.5 for Lucas Alexander. Next to the scale, Brandon Davis. Official weight 136 pounds for Brandon Davis. Next to the scale, Jacob Malkoon.
$185.5.
Official weight 185.5 for Jacob Malkoon. Next to the scale, Joe Anderson Britu. Official weight 146 pounds for Joe Anderson Britu.
Thank you. 126. What was the weight? 46.
Next to the scale, Piera Rodriguez.
$115.5.
Official weight 115.5 for Piera Rodriguez. Next to the scale, Mike Jackson.
Good morning, my people. Good? Truth. What's up, Mike? Good seeing you. My man. All right. $170.
Official weight 170 pounds for Mike Jackson. Next to the scale, Nick Maximov.
$185.5.
Official weight 185.5 for Nick Maximov. Next to the scale, Misha Serkinov. Official weight 206 pounds for Misha Serkinov. Next to the scale, Pete Rodriguez.
$170.5.
Official weight 170.5 for Pete Rodriguez. Next to the scale, Mana Martinez. Official weight 136 pounds for Mana Martinez. Next to the scale, Tatsuro Taira. Official weight 126 pounds for Tatsuro Taira. Next to the scale, Jordan Wright. Official weight 185 pounds for Jordan Wright. Next to the scale, Jonathan Martinez. Official weight 135 and a half for Jonathan Martinez.
Thank you, babe.
What a spotlight for you. Yeah, it's a good one, dude.
All right, so it looks like we get our first break. Main event, first up, already official. Jonathan Martinez has made his half of the co-main event official. Of course, Cub Swanson, we will all be waiting on to see his debut at bantamweight. We know now Askar Askarov versus Brandon Royval officially off. Really just waiting on a handful on the prelims. Rafael Sunsao, Victor Henry, Sam Hughes, CJ Vergara, still waiting on Alonzo Minifield and Dushko Dvorich on the main card. Thought Nick Maximoff looked good. Thought Misha Serkinov back at light heavyweight looked good. Tatsuro Taira kind of scared me for a second with his head down, but he was on weight.
How was he supposed to answer that? 38 pounds. That's how much my car.
Okay, Zach's going to be watching the Icon FC tonight. MetaQuest 2. If you want to check out the LFA. I'll probably check. I'll be honest with you. I have an Oculus just because I thought it'd be cool. And my kid. You know what I mean? But I don't know nothing about this MetaQuest stuff. I'm not going to lie. What do you call it? Damn, I don't even know what it's called. The metaverse. So I guess that's what I'll be figuring out this afternoon is how to download that. Or maybe what I'll actually be doing is waiting for my kid to get home from school and then to download it for me. Oh, Mark Fella's in the house. What's going on? Hopefully you're not just about to find out the bad news. Stairway to 7 rolling in with the positive vibes this morning. Appreciate you. John Castillo, I did have a little bit of communication with Cub Swanson afterwards. Not a discussion, but he said he was doing okay. So we'll see. there was a really good article. I guess the UFC got a chance to talk to him. And I apologize, I can't remember exactly what writer it was, but had a really good chance to talk to him about, the sacrifices and admitting this was a really, really tough camp. Cub basically said, I didn't do a good job as a father this time, and I feel bad about it. But, yeah, hoping he's good. He said he was feeling okay the other day, so hopefully it's good. Oh, Mark Fellows didn't know. Askarov was unable to make weight this morning. Never even made it to the scales. Weight management issues, and the Brandon Royval fight is off. All right, hold on, I gotta do a little foot betting real quick. Oh no, it's 3:09 in the morning in Australia, and you had to wake up to see that. That is brutal, my man. Joe from H-Town. Always going to bring that little salt. Nobody's renting out the Apex this week, Joe. In fact, nobody rented it out before, so what are you talking about? Yeah, I'm kind of interested to see. I am interested to see the experience with the VR tonight. I'll definitely check it out. My kid does have a soccer game, but I think it starts. His soccer games at like 7:15. I think we start at 6 my time for LFA, so I'll at least try to catch up the prelims. But I want to see what the experience is like. But I don't know. It's weird. And again, I'm not trying to put it down. Like, I'm all for technology. You see this crazy.
Next to the scale, Sam Hughes. Official weight 115 pounds for Sam Hughes.
Anyway, as I was saying, sorry about that guy. Sam Hughes snuck up on me there. Like the whole hologram face-off yesterday with Manny Pacquiao, like that stuff's crazy, man. Like to me, it's cool to embrace technology and for it to be used in combat sports. You know what I mean? Like, I think that's cool. Like, if we can add to the game. I'm just a little, I don't know. I'm gonna be interested to see this experience tonight. I mean, again, I'm not a big VR user, so maybe I'm not the target market anyway. But I'm interested in going to check it out. Hassan, that's what. So it said that he didn't accept the fight at catchweight. That's what Brandon said in his announcement. But again, we don't know the full details of that. And a lot of times, what happens is, again, the doctor's like, "Hell no, you can't." And who knows where Oscar was at that point? I mean, maybe they were offering a catchweight at 128, and he was at like 134 or something. Or who knows? Or maybe he was already medically declared ineligible at that point. Maybe the doctors already said like, "Oh, bro, you're not fighting like this." So we'll see. And Stairway to 7, that's why a lot of people don't like the catchweight fights, of course. Right. Quick editing. Linus.
Linus?
Was it Linus?
Schroeder? Schroeder.
I thought it was a different.
Damn.
Linus was the one with the blanket, right?
Yeah.
Linus was the blanket.
Correct.
There's some knowledge I didn't think I'd have to recall this morning.
South Christmas tree at Costco in August. I did. I saw it. It's one thing when you see Oktoberfest beer. That's like you see a snowman.
One matchup every week that's like the one you watch, and then like over the fight is just like we're fight night, ground and pound. We don't do anything but watch that fight. Nobody else does care. So yeah, so like this week
We went there in November.
and then like we'll be awesome.
It's like 7.
Like normally when they start wrestling, obviously like that's happening, so like you'll see all the cameramen like kind of stuff, but you'll see us like slow mo. Yes. And then like in between fights, you know, I got to go to the podcast. Like, whatever. Exactly. Oh, we can't help her. Yeah. I know. We're joking with this. I know. I'm like, we could probably tell that.
Yeah, I don't know
We have one in mind for this one. So. Chris said it's not a good thing, but I feel like this part is
Actually, I mean, we went. That's right. Our show was on August.
right? Like they're probably growing.
Oh yeah? No, it's fine. Stay till the end?
They're probably growing.
Yeah.
Seven mils and then
It was one of those.
They start with the P, you know, you forget like a family and everything, but it's just like, the letter P is popular.
Yeah, but then they would be brother and sister. They wouldn't be married.
That's what I'm saying. They could be brother.
It was a dumb. You're right. It was a dumb question. Don't.
You're a dumb question.
I like it.
It's so.
It feels like PG. Like Miami Vice. Miami Vice.
Ooh, I like that.
But yeah, Stranger Things.
You weren't even born when that was
When was it around? It was 81. 81. I was a baby, but I was around.
Oh, yeah, was Tubbs or Crockett your favorite character when you watched it?
I don't know. I never watched it.
All right, looks like we're ready to get back to action. Just got that video
Come.
edited, so be able to chat the rest of the way. Although, certainly we'll be posting Cub Swanson when he weighs in. Not sure if he's next. Can't see.
Next to the scale, Rafael Asuncao. Official weight 136 pounds for Rafael Asuncao. Next to the scale, Alonzo Menefield. Official weight 205 and a half for Alonzo Menefield.
Okay, all caught up now. John Castillo, yeah, I'll shoot you a text, man. No worries. Justin Villegas wants to know why Mike Jackson's not the main event. Tough call, man. You want the truth in the headliner, right? He was happy to be back, it looked like. All right, so for updates, anybody just joining, at this point, it looks like we're just waiting on Cub Swanson, Victor Henry. Oh, sorry, I skipped over Dushko to Dvorch. Cub Swanson, Dushko, Victor Henry, CJ Vergara. Of course, we're not getting Askar Askarov, Brandon Royval, unfortunately. Yeah, Richard Noggin, sounds like Askarov was unable to make weight. So Royval said he turned down a catchweight fight, but then again, that's one of those weird things. Communication, what was going on? Was that even an option? Oh, Richard Noggin, why are you trying to hurt me like that? Scrolling back up the chat a little bit while I was catching up. Oscar Lara with a great question. Does Oscar missing weight, not taking the catch fight, hurt his stock with UFC brass? Given his propensity for inactivity, that's a good point, good question. I mean, again, I think we got to wait to hear the exact details of what happened, but it doesn't help. And if there was, a catch weight on the table and you turned it down, which again, we haven't verified that. That's what Brandon says. You want to verify that. If that's the case, that's weird. Because if the person that is going to make weight is saying, hey, I'll take a catch weight with you, and you turn it down, that's not a good look. That's really, really not a good look. Big Ben, I see you. What you need, Big Ben? Let me know. Richard, all good, man. All good. I'm messing with you. Mark Fellows up. Looks like Cole Coffey's got some headphones on over there. I was going to pass on your hello. He's a couple rows up from me. He's got some headphones on. All right, let's scroll back up, see if you have any other questions. I see Mark asked, did Cub weigh in yet? No, so that's the big one to take a look at now. This is a good one. MPTV says, I got my exam done by a hot doctor who was on a computer monitor the other day. The world's heading in that direction for sure. Now I wonder if MP means heading the direction towards virtual doctor sessions or just hot doctors.
We'll set an updated card here in a second. Sunsao and Henry moving to the main card.
Sunsao Henry to the main card.
Sunsao and Henry moving to the main card.
Sunsao and Henry moving to the main card.
What happens if Henry doesn't make it? Because it's extra.
Always a good question.
Yeah, because he was not waiting.
Yeah.
All right, so got that tweeted. Sorry, scrolling up and checking all the Oculus discussion and the Salma Hayek talk in there, which is key. If Alexa wins, would she be next for Valentina, or would they give it to Caitlin if Caitlin? I'm more curious, like, what if Manon Fiorot wins? Like, Caitlin Chukagian, a perennial #1 contender, right? But, they're sometimes hesitant to give another shot. So I'm kind of more curious. Does Caitlin Chukagian win bode better for either Alexa or Viviane getting a shot? Or does the Manon Fiorot, and I know Manon Fiorot is ranked just below them, but fresh name, maybe you try to book it on a title fight in England early next year. You know what I mean? Like, obviously those things all matter. Timing, location, those things all matter. So I'm actually curious if a Chukagian win is better or worse
I mean, it's an hour and a half.
for this week, you know? Yeah, Abs talks, good point. We thought Askarov and Royval should be the main event. I mean, I didn't necessarily feel that way. I mean, but I get what you're saying. I mean, to me, those were kind of equal. I mean, it's 4 and 5, 5 and 6 in terms of rankings. But it would have been a solid 5-rounder. But yeah, now it's off anyway. All right, Chef Mullen, get
Next
back
to the scale, Dushko Todorovic. Official weight 186 pounds for Dushko Todorovic. Next to the scale, Victor Henry. Official weight 136 pounds for Victor Henry.
Yeah. I can see that.
Big man. Love to come on the show, man. Love to come on the show. Wednesdays are usually kind of tough for me because it's a media day and then podcast and then try to get to my kids' jiu-jitsu class so we can get done taping the roadshow in time. But Thursdays are good. But this Wednesday wouldn't be bad because I'll have the day free because I'm not doing the Abu Dhabi trip. So hit me up. Hit me up. I'm way behind on my TMs right now, but I'm going to try to get caught up this week and this weekend. So hit me up. And this Wednesday wouldn't be bad, especially if it was during the day, my time. Justin Villegas coming in with the wild card stuff today. If it's 9 p.m. Vegas time, I'm done with everything by then. I'm back home chilling. So it's 9 p.m. Vegas time. We can make that work one of these days. Justin Villegas. Normally I would have no idea what you were talking about with the wrestling reference, but I actually got that one. I actually have seen Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus. Zach Kaufman, is that legit? Is that legit? It's really Luke Perry's son, or is that just being made up? I lost track of Luke Perry. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know what things brought him later in life. By the way, wait, is he still alive? No, I don't know. Yeah, that's what I just remember. I remember Luke Perry. I remember that he wasn't around anymore. That is his son, though. Legit, huh? And yeah, Zach, I know a guy that works there. At least I think I know a guy that works there. I don't know. I'm not sure what the latest is. Wow, that's crazy. See, y'all could be totally lying to me. I'd never know. But I choose to believe you. You guys are good people here. Oh, yeah, Rich. No, that's what I thought. I thought I remember that happening not too long ago, right? All right, so, I mean, obviously we're talking about the important stuff, but we're just waiting on CJ Vergara at this point and Cub Swanson, of course. Now, I still got an hour and 23 minutes left, so no reason for concern yet. But obviously, I think we're all curious. We're all real curious. Yeah, Mark Fellows, episode 400 coming up soon. I was just thinking about that the other day. 400 straight weeks. We've never missed an episode. And that's, as you know, because you're a hardcore Mark Fellows, that's no, oh, well, we did a best of that week, and that means that we never missed a week. Nope. 400 straight weeks. Well, nearly. That we didn't miss. We've come close. We've had some near misses. It's over 7.5 years straight of MMA Roadshow content every week. Crazy. Oh, Zach. Nah, Justin, I said you guys are good people. I believe the good people. You were just coming with some wild cards in here today, so I wasn't sure. O'Malley versus Jan prediction. Oh, super, super pumped for that fight. Dude, I'm torn on it. And it's crazy because to me, I think it's an incredibly competitive fight. And then you look at, you look at the odds. Pull them up and pull up the latest ones. There's last time I saw it, O'Malley was a big underdog. Yeah, still. O'Malley plus 255? That seems crazy to me. I think it's an incredibly competitive fight. I think Jan obviously way more experienced at the highest level. Phenomenal boxing. O'Malley has that range. O'Malley's got some creativity, some speed as well to match. I think it's an incredibly competitive fight. Oh, producer Cody Merrows jumped in and said, I don't get picks. Nah. Rich Noggin dropping in with some candy recommendations. Werther's Original Soft Caramels. Best food ever. Now, hold on. Is a caramel a food? That's more just candy, right? That's not food. Zach Kaufman says Jan takes that one. Sean looks good for the first round or two. Then Peter takes over. Jan by foot stomp. I think the right pick is Jan, right? If you're just forced to make a straight-up pick, I feel like Jan probably is the right pick. I mean, but those odds do seem a little bit off to me. I do feel like O'Malley has an opportunity, but maybe we'll be surprised. If Peter doesn't underestimate Sean, it should be easy going, Cody says. That's for damn sure. I don't think Peter would. I don't think he'd underestimate him. I don't think he would. Off to the side over here, Safe Saud is giving Brendan Fitzgerald some boxing tips or something. I'm not sure what's happening over here. Yeah, Mark. God, I got to figure out what to do, man. I'm trying not to travel as much. especially with those long international trips. But man, when you look at it, I mean, Brazil off the bat, Perth off the bat next year. You know, sounds like a pay-per-view for England is back in the mix again. So we're gonna have to see.
Hey, it's a nice free demo for the folks.
Yeah, man. Oh, I thought all were saying he resigned to fight. I was like, yeah, why did you put it on there?
See, that's the thing is Jan does have to get inside, right? Richard Knox, if he stays at range, he'll get picked apart. Like, I feel like O'Malley does have the ability to do that, to stay at range, to use his strengths, to use his speed, to use his footwork. Like, I think he's, am I wrong there? I think he's just as slick, just as fast. Now, if Jan gets on the inside, yeah, that's going to be a problem. Yeah, Zach, I'm with you. We need a card in Philly. What's going on? What's really happening? So much good talent out there on the East Coast, and so many. I mean, obviously, I get to see it with all the CFFC cards we do out there in the area. Man, a ton of like rabid MMA fans. So, you know, I guess going to Madison Square Garden every fall doesn't help things too much for Philly, being that it's not that far away, but Philly definitely deserves a show. Oliveira Islam. Dude, this card is so good next week. I think Islam's got a chance to do this, man. But how do you keep doubting Oliveira? Like, this version of Oliveira is something else. Absolutely something else. Oh. Oh, how do you say Islam all day? I mean, I like Islam. How do you doubt Charles Oliveira at this point? Not just winning, not just proving that. I mean, and look, the old narrative of him quitting in fights, it wasn't made up. It happened. We saw it. We witnessed it. But people can change. And this version of Charles right now is a damn killer. Yeah, betting against Tom Brady. What's up, Mr. Bernard? I know. Bummer. Royval Ascar. I guess it just means we get to start talking about 280. The last person to beat Oliveira is Paul Felder. It's crazy. It's crazy. Mark Fellows, you think Rob Whitaker might be on that Perth card? Yeah, I think you might be right. I mean, you got to put a Volkanovski fight on there too, right? Seems like you have to. Well, let's not forget that the UFC controls the scale in Abu Dhabi, so I have a feeling we might not need a backup. If we end up with another situation like we had last time, Charles was on the scale, I think we might be okay there. The thing is, man, like, MP, and you're right, Islam's wrestling is phenomenal. But Charles doesn't have to defend the takedown, right? Like, I think Charles minds being on bottom for a little bit. By the way, controlled the scale sounds a little more nefarious than it should. I mean, they're not going to go out there and just make some stuff up, but that situation we had last time where it was a sliver of a sliver. That's going to be on. Gosh, that Jan. Look at Cody Merrill posting the odds here from DraftKings Sportsbook. That Jan minus 305, man. Ugh. I'm sure you posted Oliveira. I'll scroll up. It's fair, Richard. Yeah. Exactly. Wow. Darius, the underdog against Gamrot. Wow. That one surprises me a little bit. Yeah. There you go. That plus 225 for O'Malley just. Uh-oh. Zach says Cub just tweeted. What did he tweet? Tell me it was positive. Zubair the slight favorite. Brady the slight favorite. Okay. Zach Hoppman with the updates. Says Cub Swanson said, I made way at 8 a.m. this morning. I'm on my way to the scale. Just didn't feel like waiting for hours at the Apex. Love it. Veteran move there. Kind of figured that might be the case. The tremendous UG graphics. All right, so it sounds like Cub Swanson's on his way to the Apex, so that's good. Like I said, I had some brief communication with him the other day, after the media day, and he said he was feeling fine. Because obviously that media day, I think that was it. I mean, it was my concern anyway. I don't know if it was everybody's concern, but I thought, oh my God, like his weight cut's going so bad he just can't even talk. But he assured me that wasn't the case. So it sounds like he's on. We'll get to see him here. Rich, I do not believe Cub has ever missed weight that I can recall. Of course, that wasn't a 35 though. Whoa, Gordon a massive favorite. All right, Brendan's got that mic in his hand, so we'll see if this is Cub. I'm trying to be cool. Yeah, it is Cub. I see him, sunglasses on.
Next to the scale, Cub Swanson. Official weight 135 pounds for Cub Swanson.
How about that? Didn't even use the allowance. That's a professional. And then Cub Swanson comes out and has a gift for Heidi Dean. My man's making the cut down to bantamweight, and he's coming bearing gifts. How crazy is that? Let me get this video posted real quick. We'll jump back in the chat as we wait on CJ Vergara.
Next to the scale, CJ Vergara. Official weight 129 pounds for CJ Vergara.
slide over a little bit.
I do that every time.
All right, I had to get that Cub Swanson video posted, by the way. That was it. Did see CJ Vergara come in at 129. We'll wait on the official announcement. I can't imagine they're going to let him keep cutting at that particular weight. I saw somebody earlier, I was just about to chime in, was asking about the Conor McGregor not being tested thing. Talked about it a little bit on the roadshow this past week. It's frustrating because...
Probably won't wait till 11. They're just going to let him get through medicals and probably get them all lined up.
All right, there you go. Official announcement. Probably won't have to wait here a full hour to get our face-offs in place. But the thing is, we can't get answers from USADA or from the UFC due to policy, due to privacy policy. So Conor would have to be the one that would want to speak about that. Now, the thing that we talked about this past week, and my position on it is this: Conor McGregor could very well be listed as a quote unquote retired fighter right now, and there'd be nothing wrong with that. Now, I'm not saying that's the case. We don't know. Again, we can't get answers. But here's what I think is the most important thing to pay attention moving forward. Does he have 6 months of clean tracked tests before he fights again? Because that's what the policy states, is that if you get out of the pool and you jump back in, you've got to have 6 months of tests. If he's not fighting and he's out of the pool, I mean, there's no part of me that believes it's an accident that Conor McGregor has been tested. There's nobody, I just can't imagine that, anybody sitting at to make kind of a light of it, as we talked about on the roadshow. It's like, there's no way people are sitting inside. I was like, oh, I thought you were going to test Conor. Weren't you going to test Conor? I mean, he's the biggest star in the sport. So to me, I don't think it's an accident that he hasn't been tested. What that fully entails, we don't know, because we can't get answers, and we have asked. Everybody has, but the policy's there. But what you need to pay attention to is when he has a fight announced, when he fights again, how far back does the testing go? Because if it goes back 6 months, then everything was followed, letter of the law. If it doesn't, now we got some serious questions to ask. All right, I'm going to switch lenses just because I don't know how long this is going to take, so your picture will go out for just a minute, but the stream will stay live. Those of you that are familiar with it, you know the routine. Yeah, just give me a sec.
I hate it when people say that. John back here.
What's up, man?
You good? Try. I need to work hard. Try not a little bit, yeah.
Sticky here, yeah. It's the first place. I know. It's the first place. Like it's the last place to go for. I have to do like it's like what? True. Yeah. Right. Mine is already 44, I guess.
You know what you want. Watch. And that's just my way of it. I'm just gonna go right at it. Renee.
Hey folks, quick announcement about that flyweight bout. CJ Vergara against Tatsuro Taira. It will happen. CJ Vergara giving up 30% of his purse.
Thank Chris Costello. Experience and information giving move today. With the 17 straight losses and now the longest victory. The 7th time.
Should be higher, especially when it's yeah, but that's on them. I mean, that's why it. But that's the incentive of like. That's the point. That's the point. Because the government's going to take 40% no matter what, or whatever. So if you're fined another 40%, the government's only going to take what they pay. The government's not going to take what you contract. They're going to take what you're made. It's going to be the same either way. And then the taxes come out of what's left over. So it's less than if you had paid. Oh, yeah. That's his. He may not pay it. The manager may say, within that's an incentive for him. That's the point of it. Needs to be a punishment. It's not a punishment. Like if it doesn't affect your container, they're not going to go. Well, I think there's problems with it, in my opinion, somebody who doesn't do it. But like, if you're looking at paperwork, there isn't. You're going to get,
If it was different, for example, if it was 10%, it was 20%. Right now, because you know that you're not going to make it.
but I know it's not fine there because it's not right? But I know that they can negotiate. They usually when people are habitual fight for fight.
I think that's just such a big mess. I don't want to get one.
Yes. No, but the commission does. I know that. The commission will still say whether you like it, whether you want it or not. They're not going to
Just keep going. Just give it another year.
Yeah.
And then wait.
Yep. Appreciate
I mean,
that.
I'm 99% sure. So we're going to find this.
All right. Sorry, guys. I had to step away for a little bit there. Coach Safe Saud, we were having a little conversation. Life. Strategy.
Walk like 3 to 5 miles a day. You,
You know what I mean? Like most
you're,
people are gonna say,
And not fight strategy, life strategy. Oh, it's all good. It fell out.
because I told you and it was really just my backup battery charge. It might be using today anyway. Just getting them ready.
Yeah, safe side. Obviously, Fortis MMA coach. Great dude. Obviously, become a great friend. So we backed away there a little bit, and we're just having some life talk. Obviously, this has been a crazy year for me, and we were just kind of talking about the landscape of things. So, apologies. We'll get ready for face-offs here in a little. Oh, damn it. And see, I stepped away. I didn't even realize I had all these damn graphics on the thing. Amateur shit. Apologize, guys. Let me fix that.
It's a long way to go, bro.
What's up, man? Good, how are you?
Can't look to right. I thought so. Like,
He pushed back, but yeah, the date set, he's right there. November 19th.
are you fighting or what?
November 19th. Who are you fighting? 20.
Send me the.
It's going to be good, Sam. It's going to be good. Sparring, so we have to still spar together to get there.
Oh, that kid? Same kid?
Same guy on Friday.
You're sparring?
Yeah, we're stopping now. Like, the class is so small that they just need bodies. I like try to mix it up.
Yes, he feels like he has a chance.
It's gonna be good.
You feel like.
I'm pretty confident. It's just like it's not very good. It's not very good at taking leg kicks. I'm pretty good. So. He's been doing work.
All right,
It's gonna be
sorry
good,
about
man. When those two go, man, it's a fun watch.
This kid do what? 3 rounds? 3 rounds.
We barely get through that.
Well, now Safe is giving some motivation to Hot T, Oscar Willis. He's got his fight coming up November 19th.
He's been putting in a lot of work. He's a talented kid. He's young, man. If he keeps going, he'll be good.
So Hot T has been in the Train Alta program for the past 22 weeks or something like that. And he's got his fight date set up. November 19th, I believe, is the date. So he's getting some. I don't even want to listen in to the advice. I mean, it's a private conversation. Now I feel like an asshole. I just had a private conversation with him back in the back. Yeah, it'll be an amateur MMA fight. I believe the last thing we talked about is under the Tough Enough banner. I think is the plan. So, and I may be commentating it. We'll find out.
You're going to do it? What?
I agree.
They made it official.
What? My take?
Kind of new, right?
Yeah, they said the poster out and everything.
Thinking about making a run for glory?
You're doing that show?
No?
Should we'll find out.
That'd be cool.
I think I'm. My calendar. As soon as I feel like I'm somewhere the night before, I think I'm flying in that day.
Why not?
Would you do both back to back?
Why not?
Yeah.
Just do one.
Yeah. If I remember.
You could fight tomorrow. Like,
I think I'm in Memphis the night before. But yeah, but I would be good. I don't know, we'll figure it out. But yeah, that's my plan. In fact, our well, I can't go to that side of it, but yeah, that week today.
It's funny, like, I keep going through like, days where I'm like really nervous, and now I'm like, it's ages away.
It's like 5 weeks.
We'll see, man.
Don't know, like, another go weight class or
55.
55?
Still a bit disappointed. Full fun, training in the amateur
Yeah. They're what?
They're a lot better than me.
Yeah, no doubt. Just when you think like, I think I'm getting there, and then you're like, nah.
Chick blast you with a black eye. How happy are you when you say no? Just going up Abu Dhabi. Yeah, so, yeah.
I mean, like, we're sitting here chatting about the card.
Yeah.
Like, dude, the card is so good, man. Like, the
No, but
fights-
those are the ones I want to watch at home.
I know, right?
Honestly, I prefer those at home. Just to really enjoy
It's like, I think the prelims start at like 7 in the morning here or something like that here. Like, wake up, little coffee, watch some fights. Nah, you know, it's funny, like, on fight day, I wish I was there. Like, 279. While I was at the thing, like, I was at the concert with my kid, I had to, like, keep my phone in my pocket, because, like fight day, I want to be there. But, dude, like, I want to be with my family, I don't want to be around, you know what I mean? It's just the journey.
as it's coming up and like the forms, you have to fill out.
I know, now you got to pay for the
Yeah.
150
I think
bucks
I
or
have done
whatever.
that. I just saw exhausted. But even that, and then it's like they still want you to get a test. I just know that it's not going to be easy. And, open workouts and stuff.
Yeah, I got my foot.
It's a good card though, man.
It's a good card, man. That's what we were just here talking, like, you know, obviously the main event, phenomenal. Like, we were talking about, like, Islam. I want to say Islam, how do you pick against Charles Oliveira at this point in his career? And then I think, like, the O'Malley-Jan lines to me seem, like, I don't think Jan should be that big of a favorite. They go crazy. It's like, it's 250 or something.
Yeah, I'm curious about that one. I think you're emotionally here. I think obviously the main event's just like it is like how can you keep picking against this guy? I mean, it's funny that Alex is going to back up because really like Charles missing right now and
That's what we were saying. Like, I was like, let's remember the UFC has control over the scales. And I was like, well, control over the scale sounds a little nefarious, but like, if it's that little sliver, he's
He
good.
has that fucking like whoop on the tower.
He's good.
Yeah, he didn't hit 4 pounds in a minute or something.
Yeah, I think it'll be all right. I don't think it back goes in. And I don't. That's what we were saying. So I don't like the backup thing. Like, unless you're like I was saying, like, let's say you're number 8 in the division. There's no clear path for you right now. And like, bro, we want you to be backup. Go be a backup. But if you're like a number 1 contender or a champion, as you well know in preparing, you know, you don't really have an opponent. You don't really have a fight. You kind of think, I just don't think you're in 100%.
Also, it's just like he's only been training full contact for 4 weeks. I respect his confidence, don't get me wrong. The one thing I think that does make sense for Alex to do this is if Beneil goes and has a crazy decision, and then they're like, well, you know, how about you defend against Yair in February instead? By doing this, he's basically like, I'm the guy fighting for like the title. Like, he's basically forcing their hand to sort of make that fight, which I think it makes sense for them to do that. We'll see, man. I mean, I think the backup thing, it should almost be maybe just make it unofficial. Like Michael Chandler made sense because that was like a real good way for him to sort of be like, I'm here now.
I like it if you're back. Well, yeah, that one makes sense because in this situation, right?
Yeah.
Again, you don't have a clear path to the title.
Yeah,
right?
so it cements him in
But
that level.
like for instance, like they were saying, like because like we were brought up was like Brandon Royval, you know, he was saying I want to win because then I want to like maybe face Pantoja, but he's like I know Pantoja's the backup, and like even for Pantoja, like. You know you have a clear number. Like, wouldn't it be better to be the backup and face Royval so you're getting ready for
So
a
that's
fight?
what I think is, if you're going to do a backup, do it in that sort of like, this is the backup, but we're not officially like your backup. Like Yan versus Magman, like they're obviously
They're
the backup.
obviously the backup, but they're getting ready for a fight. They're getting ready for a high-level fight. It's clearly a number 1 contender fight because then you're even better. Like, what if you show up and you don't have a fight, but the champion does, and now you've been sitting on the shelf for 9 months? You know what I mean? It just to
I
me,
think it's better to
have a fight. It may sound like easier, like I have a number 1 contender fight. If I don't take a fight, then I can't lose that.
Well, that's
spot.
why I was a little bit confused at like Beneil being so pissed about the Volkanovski thing. I don't know if he was pissed, but like, so we need to get to the bottom of it. It's like, you have a fight, bro. I'd probably kind of like worry about that because I think maybe the backups are different.
But Neil probably just feels like disrespected at this point, where it's like, why am I always the guy over here?
Yeah, that's true. And Beneil's fucking awesome.
That's really good.
But yeah, on the flip side to that, it is just like, it's my Volkanovski's a bad day, man.
Yeah.
To be like, look, Islam Charles? Sure.
Yeah,
One hand? Yeah.
yeah, I can do that.
I'll give him that.
I'll rock up and do it.
Oh, this one. Yeah. Curious. Oh, I wonder if Mike Bonner gets in there. What do you reckon? John Jones this year or no? We missed it? Feels like we missed it.
I mean, yeah. It's got to happen like now.
December, right? That's, but I just think they want in Francis, and I don't think Francis.
All right, security's in place. Yeah, all right, Mark Fellows. Hot T's got a fight date too, November 19th.
Fellows. I know that guy.
He said hi to you earlier, Cold Coffee, but you had the headphones on, so I couldn't get your attention.
I'm gonna send him.
All right, now, Mark Fellows, I've officially passed on your hellos to Cold Coffee. All right, everybody's getting in place.
No, I don't think so. Right there, yes, you were definitely in my shot right there. I think.
All right, face-off's coming now. Sorry I didn't get a chance to. I feel like I didn't get a chance to chat as much today, but I went and talked some career strategy with Safe Saud. Well, just motivation more than anything. Hello, Mac Life. I'm scrolling up now. Is that the Mac Life guy? Hello, Mac Life guy. Oh, there was a lot of talk of cheating over here. Life is too short to argue in a YouTube chat. I like it. Thanks, T-Bone. Yeah, I haven't really been focused on obviously my new role and my new position. Not really focused a whole lot on, but on breaking news and stuff like that. But it was nice to have a little scoop every now and then. Maybe try to get back in that game. No, not avoiding the counter talk, Galactus. In fact, I was the one that, like I said, addressed it on the MMA Roadshow, talked about it here too. Definitely not avoiding the talk. Like I said, the big thing for me is you just got to look and see. If he ends up with 6 clean months of testing before he fights, then they follow the rules of the program. Now, if you want to say that the rules of the program may need to be changed, then that's a whole different discussion. But in terms of where it is right now, if we don't see 6 months of clean tests and there's a fight, now I completely agree. That's red flags that we got to talk about. But as long as he has 6 months, then, and I think at that point, I would hope that the UFC or USADA, somebody would speak directly as to what the status has been and what the circumstances have been. But listen, all right, T-Bone. Yeah, I'll start sending it to you. Zach, did I miss you? Oh, I'm sorry, man. I'm always busy. I am always busy. Oh, okay. Thanks, Galactus. Yeah. You know that. I wouldn't avoid. I do think it's an interesting discussion. I mean, but again, if you're not in the program, the rule is you just have to have 6 months back in. So, I'm not ruling out John Jones yet on December 10th, but it does seem like the window for that is closing. So, I'm still keeping my fingers crossed. I do think he'll fight at heavyweight at some point. I just think if you're John, you're probably waiting to just get.
Good morning, everyone. Sean Shelby on stage to stare these fighters down. We're wall-to-wall on ESPN Plus tomorrow from the UFC Apex. First fight 4 Eastern, 1 o'clock local time. We begin in the welterweight division. Pete Rodriguez takes on Mike Jackson. Up next, we're in the flyweight division. CJ Vergara takes on Tatsuro Taira. Up next is a strawweight bout. Sam Hughes squares off against Piera Rodriguez. Up next, we're in the featherweight division. Lucas Alexander takes on Joe Anderson Britu. Up next, we're in the middleweight division. Jacob Malkoun takes on Nick Maximov. And our featured prelim is in the bantamweight division. Brandon Davis squares off against Mana Martinez. Main card is at 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific on ESPN+. It starts in the light heavyweight division. Alonzo Menafield takes on Misha Serkunov. Up next is a bantamweight matchup. Victor Henry goes against Rafael Asuncao. In the middleweight division, Dushko Todorovic takes on Jordan Wright. Co-main event is in the bantamweight division. Jonathan Martinez takes on Cub Swanson. And our main event between top 10 contenders in the women's flyweight division, Viviane Araujo takes on Alexa Grasso. Five rounds or less in our main event. Viviane Araujo and Alexa Grasso tomorrow night on ESPN+.
All right, guys, that's a wrap. Bummed that we lost the fight that we did, of course, but hopefully we'll still have a fun afternoon and evening tomorrow. For sure, join us. Thanks for everybody that joins us chatting. Always enjoyed chatting with you guys. So thank you for spending your time here in the mornings on Fridays. And apologize I sat to wait for a little bit. But hey, man, you get the free life lessons from Safe Saud. I mean, as a motivational expert, you got to take them while you can, right? Have a great afternoon, everybody. I'm gonna go check out the metaverse tonight in VR for a little bit, and then go to my kid's soccer game. And then we'll join you tomorrow right here from the Apex for the fights. Have a great weekend, everybody. And thank you for your time. T-Bone, everybody, all you. Appreciate you, Mark, fellows. Even you, Galactus. I see you stirring up stuff, but thank you. Have a good day, guys.